hours. Picked Trevin up, San Diego Airport Hotel. Drove another 2 hours. Rolled into the Baja, Mexico with no passport control. Now we just need to make it about 30 miles or 20 miles without being pulled over on the weekend.
Hey guys, Trevin here, Gearshift Garage. I'm here with Sylvania Offroad. We're less than 24 hours away from the big race. How you guys feeling? How are things looking? Tell us about this thing.
We're feeling pretty good. This is the best we've ever felt going into a race. Not only mentally, but as a team, we have a really good plan in our car. Our car has never felt better. We took it completely apart after the Baja 400. We had a really rough race, and our car has a lot of brand new components that we refreshed for this race, which a lot of the smarter teams do.
You were telling us some suspension-wise, right? You got a lot of time just in the suspension, right?
Yeah. Suspension, we're learning, is one of these things that it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's really car specific. We got teamed up with Fox. This is the first time we've had Fox just build our suspension from the ground up, and it's never been better. Right now, we're very confident in our suspension.
What's the strategy going into this race?
The strategy is going to be the same as has been all year. We're just going to stay cool, calm, collected, calculated. We have a really good driver strategy. It's a little different than we've done in the past. We're each going to actually race 2 sections. We know that's a lot of driver changes, but we practice them. We've got them down to a minute. But when we do a fuel stop, got a big fuel stop, we're going to do them then. So it's only going to add about 30 seconds each for each driver change. We always have Jeff White take it off the line. He's definitely our most collected driver. He can really see through that red mist, tank it down, and just be cool and calm and collected off the line. We always kind of fall back. You can even ask some of our competition. We kind of fall back at the beginning, and then he just starts picking people off because he's really good at hunting people down. And then a lot of these guys, especially in our class, the Pro Stock class, it's the class that you can go and buy a car, do very little to, and race and score. So they'll come in not knowing a lot, and then they'll break their car pretty much at race mile 100. Those guys, we just let them do what they're going to do, and then by halfway through the race, we're in it. We're racing. So we're just going to save it. We're gonna save it till the end, and we're coming into the Baja 1000 in 4th place in the score championship, and that strategy's been working for us. So we're just going to keep that going.
Yeah, you see one of 2 strategies, right? You've got these guys that only want a podium. They're going to push as hard as they can, but the risk of breaking something goes up drastically. Then you have the guys that are just make the car last, slow and steady, wins the race. And oftentimes that seems to be a little better of a strategy. Sounds like that's kind of, you guys are taking a hybrid approach to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure who originally said it, but the saying that to finish first you must finish, it really resonates with us, and it's proven to be true.
Yeah. Tell us about the team here. Introduce these guys and tell us about...
Yeah, so we have Jeff White here. He's our vehicle logistic director for Voyager Motorsports. He's a big part of our team. We have Rolando Cabrera. He's one of our drivers. He's a Mexican, national, and American. He's a really big part of our team as well. He's been there since the beginning. We race moto together. I wanted to bring some of our moto guys with us. They just have this cool, collected mind. They can read lines. They understand Baja. He understands Baja better than all of us. He's raced in the Pro Moto, he's raced in Pro Moto Limited, he's raced in Sportsman. He's been doing this for a really long time. He's a very good asset to the team. And then not only us, we have a great group of people surrounding us out here. As you know, you can't do Baja alone. We have a great pit crew. We have a really good team. I'll let Jeff speak a little bit on that.
Yeah, so our team is made up of like my navigator, Micah. He's from I used to race on the Team No Zombie team with the G-Wagon, and then we started in Class 11, so I kind of brought him over from that. And then John is actually using Ronnie's brother as a navigator, so we kind of brought him over to kind of just add more experience to the team. They really know the Wappen section really well, and a bunch of other lines coming out of San Felipe and San Matias. So that, because they've raced down here so much and they understand the culture and everything, it just makes it so much easier for us who aren't from down here to come down and kind of blend in and just be part of it. Because you kind of have to accept if you want that Baja luck on your side, you kind of have to come down and be part of Baja. You can't just come down, you know, like some of these American teams that come down and they you know, they kind of go out on like La Bufadora Point and kind of sit out there by themselves, or get a hotel out here in Ensenada and think that you're going to go out there and show Baja, you know, what you can do. You know, Baja's going to be the one that shows you what's up. So we kind of take a little bit of a different approach than a lot of other teams.
Does that do you reduce the amount of pre-running you do then, just because you have people that know it so well, or do you still need is pre-running still important?
We still do as much pre-running as we have time down here to do. We find that, you know, a lot of people say like, oh, why would you pre-run? You know, the course is going to change so much on race day. But there's a lot to learn about the different sections, especially how those sections link to other sections. And it's good for us just to get it in our brain of how we want to approach every section. And I think it's just a good mental state when you know what's coming up next, and you know when to push and you know when to back off.
That's some great, super wise, right? Let's talk to you for a second here. Forecast says we're supposed to get some rain. You know the area super well. I've heard both sides. I've heard some people that are super concerned about the rain. They're taking a bunch of measures to not only prepare the car, but just prepare alternate routes. How are you feeling about this precipitation coming down?
Well, as being here for a long time, racing here a long time, the weather changes drastically. For example, yesterday it was like 90 degrees, and then in a matter of 2 hours it was already foggy and cold. So whenever they say it's going to rain, usually it rains here in town and probably 40 miles to the west, like Ojos and Valley T, and that's about it. I mean, further south I don't think it will rain, but if it does rain, it's going to be a mess. I mean, we got to prepare mentally, and that's what pre-running is. I mean, choosing your lines just in case something like this happens, you know. And I think we're more than prepared. We got this section last year, and we kind of know our lines. And giving it another run, I mean, it's the icing on the cake. I think we're more than prepared for this.
Totally. Yeah, that's awesome. But like I say, there's definitely some people that are here that are ultra concerned about the rain, and I think part of that is they're not from here and they don't know what to expect, right? Yeah. I guess lastly, tell us about Sylvania. What's the skin in the game here with Sylvania? What are you guys trying to prove, and why are you doing this?
Well, Sylvania is new to the off-road world. They're not new to lighting. They've been in the game for over 100 years. They're a company that is built on innovation and creating new products. So they came to us and they wanted to know, like, how do we get our name out to these off-road racers? And we said, we have to build a race car. You have to get your product in front of them, let them see it, let it pass them on the race course, let them see it on that finish line every time. And that's what we've done this season.
Got it. So obviously, it's assumed we got Sylvania lights on the car. They're going to light the night here, be able to really prove, especially I think for people at home. Some people don't realize there's a lot of racing in the dark. I mean, as much daylight, there's nighttime racing, and the dust that comes through adds that added factor of danger. Hard to cut through and see dust, see through it. I think you even mentioned, I mean, there's a couple points where you ran without lights at all, just to you know, you strategize.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to play. It's all about, having different lights in different locations for different scenarios. If you look at the front of our car, you'll see that we have lights everywhere, and that is purposely. Because, when you're going fast, you want all your lights on. When you're going slow, you don't need that much light. When you're in the dust, you need your lights in a certain area, and that's what they make these Sylvania lights so great. The affordability, the reliability. We've been racing these lights. They've almost have 3,000 race miles on them. We've had 0 failures. And like you said, the Baja 1000, it's the biggest race of the year. It comes with the longest night sections of the year. Actually, for us, when we start the race, it'll be about maybe 10 a.m. We'll actually race longer in the night than we will in the daytime.
Wow.
So when you choose your lighting company, you're choosing how your race is going to end up. So that's why we trust Sylvania to light our way.
Got it. Well, best of luck to you guys. I'm gonna let you get back to it. You got a big day ahead of you. We're gonna follow you guys, and we'll see you at the podium. How's that sound?
Appreciate it, Trevin.
Yeah.
Always nice talking to you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Good luck. I'm here with Jason with Race Rentals. This is crazy. What do we have here?
We have a mess is what we have, right?
Yeah, right.
So the cool thing about this is that anybody that wants to come and experience Baja, whether they want to do it at a championship level or they just want to check a bucket list item off, is they can contact us, and then what we do is we put them in a car that they're compatible with or that they can afford price-wise, whatever it is. And we have trophy lights, we have UTVs, we have 6100 trucks, we have trophy trucks. Whatever you need, we're here, and we put the whole crew together. We came down here with 6 vehicles, 87 people, and we're down here to take on this challenge with these 6 cars, these 6 teams, and the best people on the planet.
So I don't need to own a car. I don't need anything. I
That's
just have
exactly
to
right.
show up with my helmet and my body.
You don't even need a helmet. I have a helmet. I have a suit. I have the gloves. I have everything you need. What you do need is to provide your transportation here.
Okay.
And what you do need is the ability to take this monster on.
Okay.
And we can help.
Do I need to go to school? Do I need a driving class? What does that look like?
So the great thing about off-road racing and the worst thing about off-road racing is it is the wild, wild west. You can line up against the biggest stars in the sport, your heroes, and you can be out there with them on a one-on-one basis, side-by-side, banging doors with them. However, there is no licensing needed. There isn't anything like that. You just sign up and go. We don't want that for you because your experience is not going to last long, right? So we want you to come to one of our driving schools, come to 2 of them. These guys over here, before they came down, they did 3 driving schools.
Oh, wow.
They were ready to go, and now they're going to tackle it. Now they're going to compete, right? So all of a sudden we went from, man, I'd sure like to finish this thing to, hey, I got a shot to do well, right? So that's the difference between doing the driving schools, and we can bring that to you. We can come to your area and do a driving school. There's obviously an extra charge for that, or you can come to our training facility. And we always put the opportunity to put you into a terrain that is much like what you're going to see on race day as possible.
I see. Got it. So the race is tomorrow. Actually, starts at midnight tonight, right?
Yeah, for some of those wackos, yeah.
Some of them. How many people are here racing? How many racers in your crew?
Well, like I said, we have 87 people here.
Yep.
Out of those 87 people, 23 of them are going to get in the car at some point, and I'm kind of guessing at those numbers, but that's about how it works out.
Okay.
Some guys are going, 3 guys only for the car, like our Japanese team, and then we have other guys that are going 200 miles and getting out. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there anyone here that you think is actually going to be kind of competitive and potentially has a chance to do really good?
Well, we have, so our UTV teams, they've done all year. One of them's running 6 in points and only 3 points out of 3rd place. So we have an opportunity to finish on the podium for the championship series, which would be phenomenal for him.
Yeah.
His dad is running, in 7th spot or something like that, and it's probably going to be a little bit harder for him to achieve that goal. He'd need some help with some other people. But, the guys that are driving our 6100 truck, they took this real serious, and they went out and got themselves a couple hired guns, and so they're going to hand off the car to someone who knows how to go. Our guys in the trophy light, if they finish this thing, they're going to win it.
Yeah.
Right? They're that good. So we're excited. We have a lot of people that are going to do well, but finishing this thing, that's the monster.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we have, fortunately for us, we've got some live stream devices, and I think all of them at this point.
Yeah.
So we're going to be with you guys every step of the way. We'll be able to see how things are going along. I'm super excited for it. If someone wants to do this, how do they get a hold of you?
Go to race-rentals.com and or go to Trophy Light. Either one will get you there, and we'll start. Everything we do is custom built for you specifically, so there is no menu of pricing and things like that. What do you want? What do you need? How can we obtain that? And what do we need to do to get there?
Got it.
So
awesome. Well, congratulations. This is amazing. You're kind of living the dream.
Well, thank you guys. Cool. I mean, you guys have brought us the ability so that these guys can share stuff with their families at home, and they can put themselves in a scenario where they're now the movie stars, right?
Totally.
And then there's this, for us, there's the safety factor, right?
Oh, sure.
Knowing how they're doing, know they're still moving. Why aren't they here yet? What's going on? So thank you guys for all the hard work and what you guys have done. So we're super excited to be partnering with you, be part of this whole program, and whatever we can do to make this sport better.
Well, we really appreciate it. So we're going to be here at the start line tomorrow. We're going to be with you guys every step of the way. So
Awesome.
I look forward to it. So let's meet you back at the podium. How's that sound?
I like that one.
Sounds good. All right. Good luck.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. I'm here with Zach Lumdsten. You're about to race in the Baja 1000. Tell us about this race.
Yeah, so Baja 1000 is known as one of the hardest races in the world, one of the most dangerous races as well. It's a great honor to be down here in Mexico and be a part of this race. It's a very historic race, the 58th running of it. It's gonna be a long race. We're expecting to be around 24 hours of time out there on course. If all goes well, it's a little bit over 850 miles of racing. And it's just going to be a lot of heavy work out there. It's going to be raining, it's going to be dark, it's going to be dusty. So there's going to be a lot that's going to come at us. And so it's just going to be a matter of just keeping ourselves prepared for this.
Stay tuned. We're going to follow you guys. We're live streaming, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to live stream out of the cab. We'll be with you guys every step of the way. We're excited to see you guys at the podium.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's make it a top 3 here this week.
Yeah.
That's all it's about. So I appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
Good luck.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys, I'm here with Norza Racing. We're at the Baja 1000. We're actually at their Airbnb. We're at the shop. We're at the Norza shop right now, the pop-up shop.
Yeah, we got a few Airbnbs, but this is one of them. And this is where the shop's. We created this into a shop.
This is it. This is Manny. Manny, introduce the team. Tell us what's going on here and what we're looking forward to.
Cool. So I'll start with, I guess, when I'm in the car, who's part of that team, right? So I'm Manny, Norza, short for Norza, right? That's why we named the team Norza Racing. This is Joshua Arvizu, and he's my brother-in-law. He's my co-pilot. Here is my dad, Jesse Sr., and along his co-pilot is my eldest brother, Jesse. So Junior, Jesse, and this is kind of this is the team that's going to take this car to the finish line at this Baja 1000.
Tell us, we have 2 cars here. I'm assuming one's a pre-runner, one's going to be the car that's racing. Which one's which? And tell us what it's taken to get here this far.
Man, so behind yourself over there is what we have is our pre-runner. It's a Maverick R. It's not as equipped as our race car, but that's the car that takes all the beating. We feel really bad, but we make sure we gusset it where we need to gusset it. But that's our pre-runner, and that's where we take all our notes, right? For the last week and a half, 10 days straight, 5 days straight, here and there, we've been pre-running this course, right? Last weekend, my brother and my dad were out here. They pre-ran all the way from San Felipe all the way up to 603. The next day, they went back, slept in San Felipe, went back to 603, went all the way to Valley T, and now this whole week, my dad's been pre-running with our chase team, Julio and company, and they've ran over 800 miles this week. So behind us is our race car, obviously our baby. We've all worked on this car. We basically fabricate the car ourselves with help of others, right? But we do all the fabbing ourselves, right? But yeah, it's kind of where we're at right now.
So I've been interviewing a lot of people. There is 2 strategies, right? It's either we're going to podium, we're going to push super hard, or there's the idea of let's just slow and steady, we just want to cross the finish line. What's the mentality you guys have going into this race?
Man, well,
half and half.
so
both.
Yeah. So my brother-in-law's been telling me, and obviously the co-pilots play such a huge part in this, right? But to answer your question is to get to the finish line. We thought about it because we're not really fighting for points. If we were fighting for points, we would really play it safe. And since we're not fighting for points, do we go for that top spot? Because I know we're fast enough to go for that top spot. We've won before. We have the right team to win. But I think with what's gone into this race and with this new car, I think our mentality is to go out there, have a clean race, take care of the car, listen to our notes, and just get to the finish line. And if we happen to get to San Felipe and there's 5 of us and we're fighting for a podium, I think there we'll make that decision like, okay, let's push the car. Sure. If he's 5 miles in front of us, I'll catch up to that guy.
Yeah.
100% I'll catch up to him.
I know that, for a lot of teams, a finish is considered a win, right? There is the guys that if they can't get on that podium, it's not considered a win. So it sounds like you guys, if you just finish get on that finish line, it's a win for this team, right?
For sure.
It is, but we definitely, we know what it tastes we know what the taste is like to win, right? And that feels way better than finishing.
Right,
but
right.
at this point, a finish, especially at a Baja 1000, it's gonna be amazing.
So you guys had some issues the last time we were here. That's a little bit of a touchy subject. You guys want to tell us about that?
I'm gonna pass the mic to the masters over here. So you can let me. He was racing the Baja 500.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the issues.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the issues. Yeah, obviously, people that followed the race, not only the team but others that follow Norza Racing, and they're interested in how we're doing, and they were following us, and they know we were doing very good. But we did have an accident, and at the very beginning of the race, you could almost say 160 miles or so, but we were running in first place. So we had left the start line around 21st place or something like that, 22nd place. But in a few hours, we had basically left the pack behind us already. We caught up to everybody, left them behind, and other classes too. And unknowingly, we were actually in first place time-wise. So we were the fastest car out there in our class anyways.
And the mentality for that race was not to finish.
Okay.
You can tell him that.
Yeah. Our thing was, we went in it to be for first. We wanted to be first. So we knew we were going to go there and we were just going to hammer it. We kind of laid the car on its side. We missed a note that we should have not missed, and it just caught us off guard, and it basically ended our race. But we know the talent is there. We just have to take a little bit more time and be more cautious with our notes, and that's part of the the co-pilots. They play such a big role. If they can keep us on track as drivers and keep reading those notes and make sure we don't miss anything and slow down where we need to slow down, we'll have a good, clean race. I think we could still be right up at the top there.
Yeah. Let's hear from the co-pilots. How are you guys feeling? So we've got weather coming in. It's supposed to be super rainy. Again, talk to some teams that are taking a ton of precaution against rain. Got guards up and plastic pieces that don't belong to prevent water ingestion. And then earlier we talked to someone, they're talking about taking an entirely different line if it rains. What's your strategy?
Basically, we've been talking to a few people. Like I said, a lot of our teams are from here, and they have race experience, and that's basically the same thing. We're gonna get plastics. We're gonna cover up all our gear inside the car. We have a couple of plans to obviously we don't want to get stuck in mud. That's like everybody's issue, right? Especially on these cars. And then we start getting in mud, then the car weights down, and then we're wouldn't say afraid, but we're conscious if we get too much mud in these cars, we will lose the shocks. We get too heavy, we'll start bouncing around, and then just the car will be done. So obviously we're gonna keep to our track. We're gonna see how it goes, how the rain and the mud plays out. But obviously, if we can see lines out there, we're gonna take those lines. So we're gonna try to keep out of mud, but it's Baja. A lot of times they don't play.
So stay out of the mud.
Yeah.
Right.
But kind of touching points on the guys were saying about the past bad experiences. We talk about it all the time. Right? A lot of people talk about their wins, but since we're a newer racing team, we talk a lot about our failures, try to learn from them, and that's what we've been doing this whole week. And part of the things is we've been telling the co-drivers was like our heads should be down in the tablet all the time. Like we should not be looking out the car. And then that's kind of, I think, us as newer team, some of our co-pilots sometimes drive. And then so we're looking at notes, and then we're looking up, and we're like trying to drive the car when we're not driving the car. That's not our role at that moment. Right. So this time around, our co-pilots are going to just be co-pilots for this whole race, so we could be more focused and help our drivers stay on the line, keep the car in check, keep the driver in check, and hopefully get this car to the end. That's our job. Our job as co-pilots is get them to the end.
Totally.
And then the driver is going to make the decision when they could really rip it.
For sure. You got something?
Give Josh the mic.
I think just like Jesse said, he kind of hit all the points there. And basically we're the driver's eyes on the vehicle, right? So we're going to we're gonna try to guide them as best as we possibly can, and our eyes are gonna be glued on the screen. But I think that's how we're gonna win, right?
Yeah. Are you feeling good? You feeling good
Yeah,
about this
I'm feeling
whole thing?
really excited actually. So me and my brother-in-law, we typically do the night routes. This time around, we're kind of switching things over, and we're doing it during the day. So it's going to be really, really cool to feel the adrenaline with all the other vehicles at the start line.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be really, really fun. That's what's mostly I'm excited about. And plus, we love the adrenaline. We like that feeling, and it's just an awesome feeling. So.
No, for sure.
We're-
Nothing like it, right?
Yeah,
You're at the
exactly.
Baja 1000. Come on.
Yes.
I was, and to touch on that, because I mean, he ran the start with me this morning, and I was telling my wife I'm on my way down here from Arizona because we're all from Arizona, and some of our chase teams are from California. But when I was driving down here, it really started to sink in, and I'm like, we're about to race the biggest race, off-road race in the world. And some people can argue that maybe Dakar and this and that, but I believe the Baja 1000 is the most decorated, biggest off-road race in the world, and we're about to go do that race. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge that we get the opportunity to do it. It's huge that I'm doing it with my family, people that I love and I trust. But it's a huge milestone that at least it makes me really, really proud. And I told him. And I was getting an interview at the contingency today, and the guy asked me, "How do you feel?" And maybe it'll all change tomorrow, but I told the guy, you know what? Typically I would say nervous, but I don't feel nervous. The last time I got in the race car, I didn't feel nervous. I knew what I needed to do. I knew what the car can do and can't do, as long as my co-pilot's on point. And I told him yesterday, we're going to start the race, and there's going to be a lot of carnage there. We're going to be 13th in the pack out of 25 cars. And it's going to be dusty as hell. It's going to be really crazy. And if you feel like I'm a little too in my feelings and my adrenaline's pumping, you need to pump me down, slow me down. Hey, calm down. It's a long race. And he knows exactly what he has to do. We have a great relationship. He's a brother to me. So he knows exactly what he needs. He needs to put me in check. He needs to put me in check. And he needs to do the same for my dad. So we know what we need to do to get this car to the finish line. We just got to pay attention to the notes and take care of the car. It's a long race, and hopefully the weather doesn't play too much of a part. But it's Baja.
It's Baja,
It's gonna
right?
happen to us. It's gonna happen.
Expect the unexpected. We've learned that.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
We come here with no expectations, and
right.
I got that.
Yep.
I got that from him. You just never know what Baja's gonna throw at you.
Right.
You never know.
So the last time we were here and this time, you guys have a big crew. Like there's a lot of people that are here that support you guys. Who is behind the scenes? They deserve
man.
a shout out.
Well, for this race, I got to give a shout out to Julio. I don't know if he wants to be on camera, but I'll give him a shout out. He brought the biggest team to come help us out. And typically it's family, and shout out to my family. None of this is possible without him, right?
We're going to be live streaming this. We're going to be with you every step of the way. Hopefully, your family will be able to tune in. Friends will be able to tune in. So basically we'll be with you. And for those of you that are watching, we're going to get some in-cab footage, be able to really see this thing fly and kind of get that back in and see what's going on. And hopefully this works out. So want to wish you guys the best of luck.
Appreciate that.
And I want to interview you guys on the podium. So
That'd be great.
that's the next time we're going to be talking.
If you don't mind, can I do a shout out to my sponsors real quick?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, so SD Lighting, they're going to get us to the light. Steve Sims, Columba. Obviously, Geyser Performance, S3 Power Sports, Adrenaline, Best Choice Heating and Cooling. Who else am I missing? M&L Construction. I got to look over here at my sponsors real quick. Schmitty Racing Suspension. Those guys have really give us a lot of attention, right? Which is really good because it's hard to get feedback with the suspension company, and he's really taking care of us. So just shout out to those guys and our family, right? Without them, none of this is possible.
Totally. Well, good luck, guys, and let's see you at the podium, huh?
Yeah, appreciate that.
All right, guys, I'm here with Shawn. This is quite the truck.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And so this is your baby?
Yeah, this is mine. That's my baby here.
Okay. Getting ready to run the Baja 1000.
Yeah, it's first time for the 1,000.
First time for the 1000?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How are you feeling about it?
Excited. Long
Yeah?
time dream. Long time dream.
Really?
Yeah.
A little nervous?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah?
It's getting there. Yeah.
What's your strategy going into this? So we've talked to several teams now, and everyone seems to have a different strategy. A lot of people are planning for rain, so they're really playing this slow and steady wins the race. And then I've talked to a couple guys that are going to try to beat the rain. What's your plan?
Oh, we'll be in the rain, so
Okay.
that's really just be ready for it.
Okay.
Ours is just kind of that slow, steady thing. We qualified pretty good. I think we're 32nd off the line, second in class. So I think I'm going to start, go to like 220, 218. And my is just stay a good conservative race pace.
Yeah.
Save the truck for McCrae, my other driver down on the south end.
Okay.
And he'll do the bottom loop, bring it back to me. The guy's got tons of experience and can finish in about anything. So I know I'll have a good truck when it gets to me. Okay. And then we're going to get in at 650 and see how it goes. And if we're close to somebody, we'll probably give them a chase. And if we're not, we're just going to keep our pace and keep the guys behind us.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's a great strategy to finish, especially if it's your first time, right?
Yeah, right.
Just
right.
finish the race.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the truck and the class.
It's a Brenthel Gen 3.5. We've got it's actually a spec truck.
Oh, really?
When I bought it, but I put a stroker motor in it. Danzio built a motor because we're running the Legends class, which is Trophy Trucks Unlimited.
Okay.
So that's really the only thing I've done to it. I've had suspension work done by Wayne, and had some coaching with Ricky Johnson in it. So it's a good truck, and
Nice.
it's pretty good. And the class there's like 7 guys entered here. Ricky, I qualified right behind Ricky Johnson and Gustavo Valdosa's truck. He drives for him too.
Okay.
So and they're like 14 in a row. So I mean, my goal really on this whole thing is I'm going to be there. I want to be the guy when he finally breaks.
Yeah.
Then I'm that guy.
Right.
So because he's fast and Ricky's good in the truck and their program's top notch. So
Right. For sure.
yeah.
Well, we're here for it. We are going to be with you guys every step of the way. Excited. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we hope to see you at the podium.
That's my plan.
Well, we're going to see you there. So
Alrighty.
pretty excited.
All right.
It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to follow him. I'm going to track him.
Norza Gary in there. John Peters, Wilmer Llewellyn, Adrian Weedy, and Ruben Ball.
Enough resistance. No, it melted it in there. Oh, damn. It never popped. It just started creating so much heat from the heavy resistance. So it killed his power steering.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what I got. Somebody bringing in a fuse line.
Okay.
An inline fuse and an island. I'm just here.
Okay.
So just get everything prepped for him.
Okay, so you're all good? Yeah. Okay, we were just watching the stream and saw you guys pull in. And I was
Yeah, the stream went down. We're like, uh-oh.
Something. They're okay. And they could use help.
We are just south of San Felipe. We are right next to the race course. We're waiting for the trucks and everything to come through here. They started at midnight. It's currently, 5 p.m., something like that. And we're waiting for them to come through. We don't expect to see the trucks for another 30 minutes. And then all of our crews in side-by-sides at about midnight tonight. So we're hanging out down here. This is kind of the furthest south point. And then we'll make our way back to Ensenada. We have some super competitive racers this year. And then, of course, we have our live stream devices and a ton of rigs. And we're giving you guys the dashboard view. We've already had some carnage. We've already lost a Starlink. We've had some accidents. They just toted someone off in the back of a truck on a stretcher on a dirt bike. This is super unforgiving terrain. Watch out. right, congratulations, you made it.
Thank you. Great. It feels really great. Really good.
How'd it go out there? Saw you had some issue.
Yeah, I was running pretty good in the beginning, and I hit a rock, and I flatted the front and the back tire on the same side at the same time.
Man.
And so we got that changed, and then McCrae took over and got stuck in the silt bed in the night. He found his way through, but he ran on a guy that was stuck, so he had to stop, and once he stopped, he was stuck. So we had our little problems, but all in all, it was great. And then the weather, hell, it's really just like it wasn't enough, then it starts raining. So
yeah, totally. We noticed an oil issue. What was up with that?
We just got low on oil. These motors tend to burn a little oil, and at 1,000 miles, it was low. So the safety kicked in and was cutting the ignition out. So we couldn't go anywhere. And then we just added a couple quarts, and we're on our way in and come across a Can-Am that had blown his motor. So we latched onto him and drug him in and got him to the finish too.
Got
So
him on the finish.
yeah.
Well, congratulations. It was quite the battle. We were with you
Yeah.
every step of the way, so we're glad you made it.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but dang, it's fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. Congratulations. Man.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I can't even read this thing, but one thing I can tell you is this guy is a badass, straight up.
All right, guys, you made it. You crossed the finish line. How's it feel? Tell us about this crazy adventure.
So it's a crazy adventure. So it feels awesome to finish. We've been at this for, 4 years now?
Yeah, this is our 4th year racing, 2nd year completing it in a row as well. So it's an accomplishment just to get across the finish line. It was crazy out there. That mud made it crazy, but it made it fun at the same time. It's just a big old mud pit out there.
Oh, totally. So, you guys said you had a few issues. Tell us about those.
So we had just a small issue. We ended up getting a flat tire just through the tire change process. Ended up stripping one of the lug nuts. So we came out, had to change out a hub. The guys at Trophy Light were awesome, had all the spares, everything was squared away. So it was a pretty quick changeover and them swapping things out. I don't think it would have changed anything as far as the way our race results came. But yeah, it's just one of those things that happens at Baja.
Yeah, it's hard to have a perfect race out here, and for those who do, congratulations, because that's an achievement by itself, you know. And we were trying our hardest to, do everything we can to have a perfect race. It was just kind of one of those freak incident kind of things. We ended up actually having, once we swapped out the hub, only having 3 brakes left. So, not that was the end of the world, but it just kind of made things a little bit different for sure as far as just the car handling.
Totally. Well, you're here. You have finished. I guess how's it feel to have finished and made it all the way?
Well, it makes me feel hungry, and the fact that I want a beer, right? Maybe a taco and a beer.
Tacos and beer, that's all we want. Once you finish that's kind of the ritual of Baja, tacos and beer.
Tell us about the rest of the team. Do you guys drive the whole way, or did you have someone swap in for you? What did that look like?
Oh, we had 2 rock star teammates. We had Josh and Matt, and they absolutely crushed it via pace and helping fix the car when we had our problems.
Totally. That's awesome. Well, anyone else you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out, most importantly, to my dad and my mom for allowing me to come out here and do this. Also, big shout out to my dad for being out there right now and going to be able to make his first finish here shortly. I also want to give a shout out to my girlfriend Ryan for coming out here and supporting me throughout the whole season. Not only that, but the people who are also involved, just part of the crew, whether that's Jacob Perfetta, Chris Wilson, Joseph Acero, and the rest of the Trophy Light crew. The Trophy Light crew, those guys put on a great show, a great program, was able to help us get across the finish line.
I'd like to thank the Trophy Light crew. They're awesome in everything that they do. Great prepped cars. It wouldn't went that smooth without them. But the biggest person I have to thank is my wife, Seagren. She's at home taking care of the kids. My oldest is at a soccer tournament. My little one is running around doing cheer, so she picks up all the loose strings and crushes it at home when I'm out here. And then I got to thank the double D's at home as well. And I'm not referring to my wife. It's my it's my daughters, Denver and Dakota. So I have to thank them too because they're my biggest fans.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
I guess we'll see you next year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
right.
I'll be here.
All right, guys, you've made it. Wasn't without trial and tribulation. This thing rolled over, broke the Starlink. I think you lost power steering.
Mm-hmm.
Still made it though. Tell us what happened out there.
I'll let this guy handle this story. He knows a little more about it.
All right, so there's a place out there in Uruapan. It's a big silty hill. Last year, I took the same line, but there were no ruts. And when I got there, everybody was stopped at the bottom. I put it in low, took the high line, and got around it, no problem. So this year, get to the same spot, same bottleneck, bunch of cars in the bottom. I went around through the trees and I was gonna try the same line, except because they'd run that section so many times, there's just deep ruts through it. So I tried the same line, but it wouldn't climb the hill and it got sucked into the rut and then rolled.
Ugh.
So me and Micah were like, well, we're not gonna get out because there's a bunch of people there. And so we called them over and we're like, roll us over. And they're like, okay. So they got
just bystanders, right?
all the people around, and they rolled us 2 times because the hill is like super steep. Rolled us 2 times down the hill, back onto our wheels, put in reverse, backed up.
Were you still in the car?
Yeah, we were in the car the whole time. I bit my tongue because on the second roll I didn't expect it and bit my tongue.
Oh man!
But then when we fired the car back, because immediately when I rolled, I turned the car off because I didn't want the hydrolock. And then, which I learned from when I rolled the G-Wagon in the 2023 Baja 500. That's another story for another time. Fired the car back up. It went through the calibration, but I think the wheels were turned and they were pinned. So when it did the calibration, we think it fried the power steering box.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we didn't have power steering the whole time.
What mile did this happen?
That was like race mile 50.
So you've raced pretty much the whole thing with no power steering.
Which in this car is, yeah, it's tough.
That's awesome.
You got to really plan the corners out.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So, but didn't take too much damage, right? The Starlink's about it. Looks like all the lights are still. The lights were working when you rolled over the.
Yeah, the lights
podium.
Perfect the whole time.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I mean, the engine ran great. The shocks, awesome. Fox shocks. I mean, everything about the car performance-wise was fine except for the power steering.
Got it. Yeah. Got it. So you told us before the race your strategy was a kind of a hybrid. You guys just wanted to finish. How do you feel about the finish, place, and all that?
Well, you always feel good when you're standing up here. No matter how hard it was to get here, you feel good about it. Now, obviously, you always want to do better than you did if you weren't in first place. But we're in an X3 platform. It's a 2022. It's kind of like cell phones. Once you have them for a while, there's just the technology increases every year. So you see these, you're like struggling to get through a section like the San Matias Whoops. I was going through at 20 miles an hour. Now, the Maverick R can go through it at 80 miles an hour. They can just fly through it. They just have longer suspension travel. They've got more technology. But, you still have to drive smart. And it seems like a lot of these guys overdrive their cars because they have all this suspension, but the other components really haven't caught up yet. And it's kind of our strategy is just to get out of their way and let them get in their own way, and it's always paid off. But we do have a couple guys in our class, particularly a man named Beltran. He puts on a clinic every race. He is a phenomenal driver. I think he's won every race this year except for one.
Oh, wow.
And, if we have to lose to someone, I want to lose to the best, and Beltran is, I think, the best in our class right now.
Yeah. I heard you mention it on the podium, but it's not just this, and I think you gave a lot of credit to the rest of the members of the team. You want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, we have a lot of good members on this team. And I know because we have a title sponsor, everyone thinks, we're just drowning in money over here. We are not. Most of us work for free on this car. Micah Johnson, he comes in from Utah. He works on this car tirelessly. We like to play a game in our shop. Micah gets up at 4 a.m. We don't get to the shop until 9. What did Micah do between 4 and 9? Yeah, right. And it's a lot. He's an inventor. He's a fabricator. So when you come into the shop, you just kind of start looking around. And he's so smart that when he designs things, he's trying to explain it to me. I kind of just walk away because I don't have the photographic memory or engineer brain that he has, But right. Micah is a phenomenal person to have working with us. We couldn't do it without him. And Lindsay Morrissey, she runs our team. Without it, we're just 3 grumpy old dudes, fighting in the shop. She puts a smiling face to the brand for us. And then we have all of the people down here to our right. These are all people that we used to race with. They're local Mexicans down here, and they've taken us in. That's why we're the only team. If you look on the tracker at 9 a.m. or at 10 p.m. The night before the race, there's one little yellow dot all the way down in Uruapan. That's us. We stayed an hour and a half south of Ensenada because we stay in the Ejido, Uruapan, and we love it there. They treat us like family. We could pretty much walk into any house and eat breakfast any morning. They just invite us in. They take really good care of us. And then, like for this race, because the American government couldn't get along, they shut down all the airports or whatever. So a lot of our chase crew couldn't come in. So Tio Gordo, Tio Jaime, Rolando's parents, his nieces, his son, his cousins, they all come in. They're pumping fuel for us. Yeah. They're working on our car. They're shoving burritos in our face. They take great care of us. We could not do this without them.
That's awesome. Takes a village, right?
Yeah, and we have the newest member of our team, Jesus, and he's our new media guy. So if you're like, wow, this team has really good media, it's not us archaic old dudes making this media. It's this 19-year-old kid. He's just pumping this stuff out. And he quit his whole life down here in Mexico. He lives in a 1-bedroom studio in Johnson Valley. We moved him up there. He's in our shop every day filming us. He's coming up with these good ideas. He's learning. He's new. He's growing with us. We're growing with him. It's been a fantastic relationship.
That's awesome. I guess lastly, we got to talk a little bit about Sylvania. You mentioned him on the podium. You had some electrical issues, but the lights stayed on. Let's give him a shout out. Tell us about the lights.
Yeah, so lights are very sensitive to voltage regulation and change. Different lights are, but these ones are not. I don't want to speak 100% to the specifics. I don't know it, but I think it's like they can operate between like 10 volts and 36 volts or something. So I think so. No matter what, as long as you have some voltage going to the lights, they work. Every other electrical component in this car with a fuse turned completely off. Our comm system, we couldn't talk to each other. Our radios, we couldn't talk to our chase crews. Our Starlink would have blown a fuse to whatever electrical problem we had Jeff not turned it into a tin can. But that just speaks to their durability. And you can go to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto Parts. You can buy these lights that we have put 3,750 race miles on. You can have these on your car tomorrow, and these are Baja proven products. We've had 0 issues with these lights, and we've raced the hardest off-road racing in the world with these lights. We just raced 13 hours, 14, 15 hours of darkness last night with these lights.
That's awesome.
With $500 in lights.
Yeah.
Producing 50,000 lumens.
Totally.
There's no other team out here doing this.
And they were still on when you went over the podium.
Yeah, and they were
perfect.
beat. These things were brutalized last night. I mean, They hit trees, they hit bushes, they were filled with silt. At one point, I thought one broke. No, it was just caked completely with silt. When my navigator slapped the bottom of it, all the silt came off. He was like, I knew they weren't broke.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to talk to us. Huge congratulations. It's awesome. This is an amazing finish to our interview yesterday. You guys really put your money where your mouth is and showed everyone that you guys have what it takes to do this and cross the finish line and survive Baja. So appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. All right, man. You just crossed over that podium. How does it feel?
Man, it's a lot of feelings, like I said up there, but more than anything, proud of the team. Huge accomplishment today. Or the last 2 days, right?
Absolutely. So you went into this with a strategy, right? It was to survive and cross the finish line. You did that. What challenges, what happened out there that you had to overcome to get here?
I'll give you a high level of what happened, but we started off real strong, fighting, passed up a bunch of cars, passed up some other classes. When we got to the ocean side, we were a good time, doing really good on time. And I told my co-pilot, hey, the car feels a little weird in the back. Let's pull over real quick. I think we got a flat. We had a flat, but we had a blown axle as well. So one of the big rocks came up and hit the axle. We had to make a decision there. Our chase team was about 15 miles up the road, so we were like, you know what? Let's just put it there, take care of it. We'll go on 3 axles, let's change the tire ourselves. Let's go. We got there. Dude, our chase team changed our axle out, re-racked us in 15 minutes. Got back on the road, 10 miles up the road, we got another flat. So there we at, we're fixing another flat. We get to 220, hand the car over to my dad, and then he does great. He has a really good section, really tough section. We knew what he needed to do, right? He needed to take it easy, because it was really hard to get in that section if something were to happen. He got the car to 460, and then we jumped back in. It was, 3 in the morning? Today, and right off the bat, 10 miles in, one of the sharpest rocks I've ever saw or felt, because I felt it, knocked out that passenger tire and the rear same time.
Jeez.
So we only have one in the car. We swapped one out. They jumped in the pre-runner, brought us 2 extra tires to re-rack, got on our way, took it to 603. They jumped in. They got a flat 10 miles up the road.
Holy smokes.
All new tires. It's not like we're running used tires.
Yeah,
These
right.
are all brand new rubber.
Yeah.
But it's just Baja, right? It's just what it throws at you. But I think the most challenging thing after it all was said and done is when we jumped in at 740 in Valley T. I saw the clouds and I said, okay, we're gonna go through some rain here. I never expected the carnage. I've seen it. I've pre-ran it here before in the Baja 500. We pre-ran through a hurricane. But to try to get this car to the finish line, a car that's been nonstop for the last 30 hours, 30 plus hours, the car's tired. We were sliding down mudslides, cliffs, like I don't know how we didn't fall off a cliff. Like
Totally.
when we got to the bottom, I'd have to gun it to try to stay in the rut. And I mean, by the grace of God and my co-pilot, we're here.
Absolutely.
It's just, yeah.
You know, that's something that people I don't think realize is that early on, the guys in the front, as the weather and stuff starts to move in, that's dry for them. And then as it gets rutted, it gets worse and worse and worse. And you're just kind of at the mercy of the, like you said, kind of the carnage and everything that they leave you, you know?
I got to throw in a story. So when we're driving through this storm, I started to get really cold. We're going pretty fast in some of these sections. It's raining. We're soaked. And I start to tell my co-pilot, hey, dude, I'm shaking because I can't feel my hands. I can't feel my feet. The wind is touching my chest, and I'm shaking. Like, I think I need to stop and figure out how to get warm.
Get warm, yeah.
We find a group of people under a tent. We stop, bro. They gave me, this is a blanket.
They gave you a blanket?
This is a jacket from a spectator.
No way.
And my race suit is tied up. But anyways, I needed to throw that one in there.
That's amazing.
It was crazy.
The locals here, they want you to win too,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
They basically took their clothes off their backs.
Yeah, this
right?
T-shirt is theirs.
The clothes off their back.
That's how cold I was.
Wow.
Yeah.
And here you are.
Yep.
Well, congratulations, guys. This is an amazing story to see you from the beginning and to see you here at the end. You guys did it. This is a win. This is awesome.
Super stoked.
Very cool. Well, congratulations, guys.
Sorry for getting your mic dirty.
No, it's all good. All right, guys, that's it. This was the Baja 1000. It is currently the next day. Obviously, these are kind of we still have a few more rigs coming in. We're going to catch some sleep. We've got a long drive to get back to the U.S. tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and follow for more.
Through it. Well, there's just like where you come into Rancho Nelson, there's like off-camber turn at the bottom of it. All the silt had gathered. I just try to push through it. We get right in the middle of this big puddle, and we're stuck, dude. Geraldo's like,
how are you feeling physically?
I stick in reverse, and the car's only operating at 94 degrees because all this water. So I know the engine's like, the oil's like
out there on the course. There was like a bunch of difficult sections.
You know, not going where it's supposed to go. So I put it in reverse. I'm like, I'm gonna blow it up. But we bag it out. We're sliding everywhere. I'm like, wrestling